In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on April 16, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Chicago Cubs versus Colorado Rockies. A pair of teams from the National League continue their weekend series on the diamond in the Mile High City. The Chicago Cubs are on the road as they play the third game of a 4-game set with the Colorado Rockies Saturday night. In the opening game of the series Thursday night, it was the Cubs drawing first blood with a 5-2 victory. The pitching matchup for the second game of the series Friday night saw Marcus Stroman take the mound for the Cubs against the Rockies' German Marquez. The Cubs have played well so far, but they have struggled offensively on the road, where they are averaging only 3 runs per game. They haven't hit the ball very well against right-handers, which will hurt them in this game because Cincinnati looked good in his first start, giving up 1 run against a talented Dodgers team. He pitched well against the Cubs last season, giving up 5 runs in 2 starts, so expect them to struggle offensively in this game. The Rockies have played well offensively, scoring more than 4 runs per game. They have hit the ball well against right-handers, and they're going up against Later, who struggled on the mound the last time he was called up. Senzela got into plenty of sticky situations with 9 hits in his 3.1 innings during his debut. The good news is that the team was able to evade major trouble, and Senzela should have a more favorable matchup here. As for Chicago, it'll be interesting to see what Later JR can do here. If all works out, he'll serve as a nice emergency option for the Cubs moving forward. I believe that he'll be okay, but Colorado makes more sense victory-wise, so the Colorado Rockies money line is our full game side pick. Chicago comes into this game having seen the under post of 3-2-1 mark in their 6 games entering Friday on the year. The Cubs are tied for 9th in the majors entering Friday in runs per game with 4.5 per contest, a number that slips down to 3 runs a game on the road. Chicago's average total this season entering Friday was 9 runs a game. Colorado has fallen under the total in 5 of their 6 contests entering Friday. The Rockies are tied for 9th in runs per game as they average 4.5 runs a game this season. Colorado is 12th in the majors at home as they average 4.25 runs a contest on the year. The average total when the Rockies take the field this season entering Friday was 8 runs a game. The Cubs are averaging 4.5 runs per game and 3 runs per game on the road. They average 6.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Rockies. With Colorado giving up 3.5 runs per game, the Cubs will be held under their average in this game. The Rockies are averaging 4.50 runs per game and 4.25 runs per game at home. They average 5.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Cubs. With Chicago giving up 3 runs per game on the road, the Rockies won't score enough runs to push the score over the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Astros versus Seattle Mariners. We will have some American League West baseball on Saturday night as the Houston Astros will take on the Seattle Mariners in the second game of a 3-game series. The Astros will have right-hander Justin Verlander on the mound, while the Mariners are sending righty Chris Flexen to pitch. Verlander picked up the loss in his first game back since Tommy John surgery as he threw 5 innings and allowed 1 run on 3 hits with 3 walks and 7 strikeouts against the Los Angeles Angels, while Flexen had a loss of his own against Minnesota Twins as he threw 4.1 innings with 3 runs on 5 hits plus 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. Houston is not hitting but has the capabilities to snap out of their struggles. The Astros are 39-14 in their last 53 games against the Mariners, so go with the Houston Astros to win in this game. The Astros are 19th in the sport with a .625 OPS with runners in scoring position, while the Mariners are the 4th worst so far with a .532 OPS. Justin Verlander looked sharp in his first game back, and we know he's only going to get better with more innings under his belt. Chris Flexen was shaky at best in his opener and outside last season. He's been a below-average pitcher if we're being honest. We also know the Houston Astros offense isn't going to be riding the struggle bus forever. Verlander looked pretty sharp in his first outing of the season, and you have to like him here with the Houston lineup. Justin Verlander has the pedigree behind him to expect nothing than utter dominance, while Chris Flexen is more of a wild card. Seattle scored 11 runs on Friday night for the win, but I expect expect a completely different outcome here, so the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. Both the Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners are struggling to get into an offensive groove as they are unable to put many runs across the board in the early season. Both Chris Flexen and Justin Verlander have shown the ability to get out of jams in their careers and dominate a struggling offense. Both bullpens have been effective this season as the Astros are third in baseball with a 1.75 bullpen ERA while the Mariners are 10th with a 3 bullpen ERA. This is a very conservative total and with good reason. Houston has gone under in each of their last 4 games and Los Angeles has gone under in 8 of their last 9 games against a right-handed starter and 5 of their last 7 games overall. These teams have gone under in 9 of their last 14 meetings in Seattle. 2 struggling offenses against quality starters already lean toward a low-scoring affair. When you have 2 solid bullpens that managers can rely on, that makes the under an even smarter selection. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cincinnati Reds versus Los Angeles Dodgers. The Cincinnati Reds and Los Angeles Dodgers get set to do battle in Game 3 of their 4-game set on Saturday night. The Reds are off to a slow start this season, currently in last place in the National League Central Division. The start is not terribly surprising considering all the departures via free agency and trade that Cincinnati experienced this offseason. The Dodgers, fresh off a 106-win season, are starting to heat up as they push towards yet another postseason appearance. Young Phenom in the making Hunter Green takes the hill on Sat to oppose 2021-20 game winner Julio Urias. I get the case to be made either way as Green looked really good in his debut and Urias is one of the best pitchers from 2021 and is due for a bounce back. With that said, Green is still a rookie and while stifling the defending World Series champs is nice, the Braves didn't really get going until August last year and I worry something similar could happen in the title defense. Urias versus Green may in fact be the sneaky play of the day in the MLB. Green is coming off a strong start against the Braves, but he is now going up against a deep, veteran and talented Dodgers roster that has had a game's worth of film to look at of Green. The Dodgers have had a couple of hiccups here and there, but they're the far better team from top to bottom. The Reds' offense is a problem, and I don't expect Green is going to have a strong start in this game. Urias rarely had back-to-back poor starts in 2021, and I expect him to round back into form in this game against the poor-hitting Reds. So the Los Angeles Dodgers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Urias had a rough first outing, but is not indicative of his usual performances. Pitching in the mile-high air of Colorado is not very forgiving either. He should be able to get back on track against a Reds lineup void of Castellanos and Winker. Those two were in the top 3 in hits and top 4 in RBI for Cincinnati last season. While Tyler Naquin and Joey Votto have tried to handle the load, it has been too tall a task. Votto is hitting just .148. The Reds have also not gotten any production out of Tommy Pham. There's no doubt Los Angeles can put up their fair share of runs. While I expect the Dodgers to have much more success than the Braves had against Green, that still might only be between 4 to 6 runs in this game. Urias, however, should bounce back in a big way, particularly against a Reds team that's strongest batters are left-handed hitters. Urias should plow through the lineup and give way to the Dodgers' pen that will carry them home to victory. Expect the Reds to score only between 1 and 2 runs in cavernous, pitcher-friendly Dodger Stadium. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.